big, bright, beautiful games. That's what we need more of. Yoku's Island Express definitely lands in that category. I pretty much picked it up based on that alone. The trailer doesn't give too much away, and I was skeptical about playing another platformer. However, while Yoku's Island Express could be considered a platformer, I would recognize it as a pinball game, which was surprising, and I love it. I love it so much. From the way the music gets stuck in your head to the way the characters are so colorful and fun. Also, you're a dung beetle. This has to be the first game with a dung beetle main character. I made a snap decision to purchase Yoku's Island Express, a decision for which I have zero regrets. Yoku's Island Express blends two classic genres perfectly. I don't know if it will go down in history as a Metroidvania with pinball or a pinball game with a Metroidvania menu system. As previously noted, I consider it a pinball game. Either way, the design of pinball machines woven throughout the world feels seamless. Nothing stops to force you into a pinball area. It happens in a way that feels natural. Yoku's Island Express could have easily been a string of pinball minigames that would have felt forced. Small pinball elements included in the platforming prepares you for what's to come. Anyway, on a personal note, I grew up with pinball. Between going to the bowling alley with my mom on Sundays, Sonic Spinball, or Epic Pinball, I played many types, but never by sense of smell. To me, pinball is meant to be goofy, and Yoku's Island Express is a bit goofy. However, the virtual pinball tables I played were more arcade, and that's also replicated in Yoku's Island Express. They're not trying to have real pinball physics. Look, you don't need to have the same pinball background that I have. As long as you don't mind lining up shots from precise points on a flipper, you'll be fine. But it's not as simple as just the end of the flipper either. The developer knew what they were doing. The side flippers are my favorite, as it takes timing the shot perfectly. The game is best when it has multiple flippers. As with anything that takes precision, it can get frustrating to try and hit the exact spot the devs want, and by the 9th time, your patience is gone. It's worse when you miss a shot only to plummet down to a different area of flippers and then have to work your way all the way back up. But you know what? There were zero incidences of weird physics. The ball always did what I expected. It would have been a disaster otherwise. It's a little different here than for a platformer. Since it's a ball, you'll be out of control partially for it. Also, the game expands the mechanics as you would expect from a Metroidvania. For example, you gain a slug vacuum which attaches a slug to the ball. That will allow you to break the dark rocks, which lead to new areas. Side note, the slugs can be frustrating. They won't stick to your ball forever and will eventually explode even if you don't hit the rock. So you'll be trying to line up the shot and then boom, slug explodes. Now you have to work on getting the slug back and working to hit that rock again. It can be stressful to line up perfect shots when you know you're on a timer. I feel comfortable saying Yoku's Island Express has plenty of mechanics to keep it interesting. The game moves at a good pace. It gives you the new power and then right away gives you a place to use it. Then as you slowly backtrack, you'll remember other places that you passed, and so you'll go back and use it there. I wanted to keep playing and use the new powers constantly. So much so I finished the game in a weekend. You're not just delivering the mail either. Short side quests allow you to get to know characters, and you can take time to find the hidden wickerlings. Another aspect of Metroidvanias is the backtracking, and yeah, as I kind of said, Yoku's Island Express delivers on this as well. It's generous about opening shortcuts though. But my favorite is the fast travel system. These amazing beehives shoot you around the island and became my main mode of transportation by the end of the game. They also happen to play one of my favorite music tracks in the game. It's damn good. Instead of wasting the player's time, they let you jump off at any of the stops too. Lovely. If you'd like me to continue to gush about this game, then I will. The aesthetic is also the best. This island actually has a diverse climate with beaches, jungles, and snow. You'll meet all kinds of crazy characters on your journey to save the island. They're all well crafted, especially for how many there are. I was constantly enjoying the visuals. Also, an island would deserve island music to go along with it. The soundtrack is great, and I'm still listening to it. If I was going to complain about anything, it would be that the game wants you to use a slug explosion to reach a platform. For example, if a platform is a bit unreachable, you can use a slug explosion to get the height you need to get up there. Like rocket jumping, but slug jumping. You have to line it up perfectly and guess how the ball is going to move from that explosion. I could have done without it, but at this point I'm being pedantic. There's no way this should stop you from playing this game, and it's only required to get all the Wickerlings. I had no trouble finishing this game. Side note, for people with limited time, Yoku's Island Express lets you buy items that show the hidden Wickerlings, saving you from having to search high and low. A huge fan of that. Look, the biggest recommendation I can give a game is that I kept playing after I finished. That's not typical. But with Yoku's Island Express, I ended up finishing the side quests. I didn't want to stop playing. However, I didn't collect all the Wickerlings. I'm not that crazy. This is the biggest endorsement I can give. I would 100% this game if I had enough time. It's so much fun. Overall, Yoku's Island Express is a wonderful game that I obviously love. Adding Metroidvania aspects to a pinball game was genius. I recommend this game to all. It has something for everyone, and it's easy to pick up and play. Who doesn't know pinball? It's also beautiful, well-made, and fun.